Good evening, gents. Today something completely different from the airplane replays I put up lately. It's a tank arcade game. I know that's not really what a lot of people asked for, like those men who wanted to see a simulator tank tutorial or something, but well, I'm grinding the Japanese tanks at the moment, and it is easier to farm the XP and unlock the modules in arcade mode than in simulator mode, because you generally get more RP out of the matches. Here we are on this new map, Port Novosibirsk, or something like that, in a pretty good matchup where, well, we're fighting 5.7 with our 5.3 Japanese lineup, with the Japanese Lend-Lease or Sherman with the M4A3 76mm. It is a decent tank for 5.3. Nothing special, not really well armored, but good acceleration and gun that makes damage when it pens, but with very low penetration. Here we try to get the kill on this Panzer IV, but our inaccurate gun without fully unlocked accuracy modules, well, struggles to get a decent hit in. Here I'm a bit lucky that the F2 bounces, but the turret on this thing has some strange angles, and sometimes mantlet overlaps with the turret armor, and people can bounce there pretty easy. Here I tried to shoot through the train, but well, I forget to lead enough. So. And here we finally pick up the kill on the Panzer IV. Then the enemy team is rushing out. Don't really get why they do that, because their position is definitely good enough. We get a very good hit on the SU. And set him on fire with the second one. Then we don't pen the T28E, which is very unusual, but then we just aim for the lower plate and knock him out. Not really sure what he was thinking in this matchup to drive a T28. He cannot pen anything with that. Now I'm thinking, well, I don't really have an option to drive into C at the moment, because the enemy have too many people camping in the road at the edge of F2. So yeah, that's not. Then the Tiger comes up the main road when I try to flank all those tanks there, but he is completely ignoring us, which is good for us. And I'm driving forwards and backwards and angling the tank, and the T-3457 takes the bait and bounces off our side armor. And now I see the opportunity to do something pretty stupid, and that is to to just move in and flank the enemy. What I don't know, there are a lot of tanks here. I kill one. T-34 miraculously misses us, even though we are very big. And we're even more lucky because the Sherman up the street is ignoring us. Now I'm a bit cautious here. Killing the Ostwind. And then the T-34, two T-34s are rushing us. But the other one is ignoring us. So we picked a bunch of kills here, but we will get rushed by this Tiger here. Probably, if I stayed in the street, I probably could have gotten the Tiger too. But, well... sometimes you take risks and they work out great, and sometimes they don't. Now I'm in the GRE 5.0 Japanese medium tank. Even though medium tank is maybe not the correct classification for the tank. It weighs 46 tons, which is insane. Now we go into an air battle because we don't want to get bombed. And we try to intercept the B-25 here. We do lock out the steering. And back into the tank. The GRE2, it's one of my favorite tanks back from when I was playing World of Tanks. Even though it was not very good in World of Tanks, but it is a bit of a meme tank. It's big, it's squashy, it explodes easily. It is not very competitive, but it looks cool and it is still fun to play. Especially because it is the only autoloader in War Thunder with a 3-shot clip. After that you have a very long reload. But the gun is very capable of destroying anything you can meet at the PR of 5 to 6. Okay. AAA crashes out, not sure why. Probably to Cap C. Miraculously we don't kill him with our magazine. That happens sometimes with the Japanese guns because they have a 1.5 meter fuse delay. So if you hit small, lightly armored tanks, the fuse won't go off and the shell is just passing through the tank and not exploding in it. I think someone else picks up the kill here. Then I try to flank around again. We're at 8 kills at the moment, which is quite a good amount here. Then I move out a bit too early when I'm not fully loaded, and the Sherman Firefly, well, lets me pay for them, and knocks out 2 of my crew members. But then he thinks he can side scrape against the GRE, which is not a very good option. And then I go for the reload. And at the same time replenish my crew to get up to 4 crew members again and maybe survive a hit if we are encountering an enemy again. This tank is as high as a KV-2, and I think as long or maybe longer than a Tiger 2, and has only 75mm of armor at the strongest point, so nearly any tank you can beat can kill you in one shot or maybe two shots, because it is a quite roomy tank. So if the ammo doesn't go off, maybe you survive one hit. In my opinion, the G2 that is set before in front of the G-Re infantry is a more capable tank at its battle rating. It just has the same armor, is smaller, and has the same gun without an autoloader. So, and the autoloader isn't very good if you, or is not beneficial, I should say, in most situations. Only when several people at once are rushing you and you can maybe one-shot them all, and so you can clip them in 6 seconds or something, where a normal tank would only shoot once. You can get out 3 shots pretty quick, but most of the time a bit longer reload of the normal tanks in between shots is better, because you can shoot, peek back, reload in safety. And with the G-Re you're often tempted to stay out and put the rounds in that gets you killed very often. And that's it. We got 12 kills, 5 assists, and died once in G-Re, but in the M4 Sherman, and we wiped out the enemy team. Nice. I hope you liked a bit of a different gameplay than I would normally put up, but I do like to play arcade tanks sometimes. Okay, especially when a new line comes out and I try to grind them, as with the Japanese. At the moment I'm researching the M41 Walker Bulldog, which is exactly the same apart from the camo as the American versions will do. And also, one thing why I play arcade sometimes is, in Tank Simulator, today you can drive the G-Re or the Sherman, but that's not always the case. And sometimes the matchups are very, very tough. So for example, this matchup is very nice for the Sherman and for the G-Re, because you don't really face super heavily armored tanks. But I think 1 or 2 days back I played with the American M4 Sherman, this one, and I was fighting T-44s. Just as you know, I will show you this tank here, and you frontally with the standard ammo you cannot pen it at any position. You cannot pen him. He's completely immune if he's front on to you, and even from the sides. He has 75mm of armor, so even at this angle I cannot pen him. And the turret as well. Some weird angles and you will bounce. You have to get straight shots to the side or to the back, and only then you can kill him. Yeah, that was quite tough matchup. Quite a tough one. Yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope it is not too strange for you. See ya.